Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our Week 1 American Athletic Conference Game of the Week preview between the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Rutgers.
When you look at the Scarlet Knights in this ball game, they're going to have to get the running backs involved in the passing game. The way you attack a 3-4 defense, you make those outside backers cover. Get guys like Savon Huggins, Desmond Peoples, get those guys in space with the ball in their hands as receivers, and that way they can have some success. And they also want to make it a boring game. Take what the defense gives you, slowly move the football down the field, chew with that TOP, so that way your defense can stay fresh, they can stay aggressive when it's their turn to get on the field. And in the secondary, the young cornerbacks as well as the young linebackers are going to have to step up. They lost a lot last year with guys like Kasim Green and Steve Boharnis at linebacker and Logan Ryan and Deron Harmon in the secondary. And right now on the 2 deep, there's a sophomore starting next to a redshirt freshman at corner, so they're going to really need those young guys to step up and make plays. Now let's move over to Fresno State in this matchup, and they are still talented in the back end, the secondary. Despite losing Phillip Thomas, they still have some playmakers back there, and they're going to have to come in and bracket Brandon Coleman, a big 6'6" wide receiver for Rutgers, force those other wide receivers to make plays consistently in the passing game. And left tackle Austin Wentworth going against Jamil Merrill, the defensive end for the Scarlet Knights. They're going to have to keep him out of the backfield because we know Derek Carr tends to get happy feet in the pocket. You want to keep your quarterback well protected. And Fresno State has to make Rutgers cover every blade of grass on defense. They have some talented players at the receiving core with Burst, Harper, and Devontae Adams. They also have a very good tight end in Marcel Jensen. Make Rutgers defend the entire field, and that way you can widen out that defense and take advantage. The X factor for the Scarlet Knights will be that young secondary. They don't get the benefit of easing into the season versus a soft non-conference opponent. They go against one of the best passing games in the country in Fresno State. They're going to have to really step up and play well in order for these guys to have a shot. The X factor for Fresno State will be their own star quarterback, Derek Carr's pocket presence. We know Rutgers can apply pressure with the Merrill brothers, both Jamil and Jamal. Both of these guys last year combined for 13 sacks. And if he gets jittery in the pocket, it could be a long day for that offense. Now here's some coaching points for both teams in this matchup. For Rutgers, you have to send extra at Derek Carr. You got to disrupt his timing, and you also got to disrupt his comfort in the pocket. And on offense, look for more double tight end sets versus that 3-4 defense. Gives you an advantage in a running game and also allows you to take advantage of the seams and the hashes in the passing game. And you have to stay active at the line of scrimmage. A lot of times Derek Carr tends to throw flat line passes so you can get some tips, which could then result in interceptions. Now for Fresno State, you have to make Gary Nova beat you. You want to slow down the running game with Savon Huggins and make him beat you throwing the football. You also want to match Rutgers' intensity. They're a team that plays aggressive. They play feisty. You have to match that intensity. Otherwise, you can find yourself getting beat at home. And openers are key. Starting the game in the first quarter with a bang and also coming out of halftime, you have to be on your game if you want to be successful. Now here's some 2014 draft prospects you want to watch for in this ballgame, and there's a boatload of talent on display this weekend when these two teams kick off. Brandon Coleman is a big-time wide receiver. As a junior, 6'6", 220 pounds, has a lot of Plexico Burris-like ability to his game. And the rush linebacker, Jamal Merrill, is a guy that can really get after the quarterback, 6'4", 20 pounds, but also excels in pass coverage. When you look at Fresno State, Derek Carr is one of the top quarterback prospects in the country. Nose tackle Tyler Davison, keep an eye on him. Very stout at the point of attack. Big-time wide receiving prospect in Devontae Adams. Only a redshirt sophomore. Talented player. Could be one of the best in the country. Deron Smith, outstanding ball-hawking free safety, is a junior. Austin Wentworth, we talked about him earlier as a left tackle prospect. And Marcel Jensen, one of the more accomplished tight ends in the country, does a great job in run blocking and also attacking the seams of the defense. Paul Robeson was the third African-American to enroll at Rutgers University, where he became a 2-time All-American wide receiver for the football team from 1915 to 1919. In his 21 years coaching at Fresno State, the late great Jim Sweeney racked up 144 wins en route to 8 conference titles as the Bulldogs head coach. I like Fresno State in this ballgame. This is a very dangerous team moving forward. The talent is there, but do they have the mental toughness? And this is a good barometer, as Rutgers is a squad that challenges your physical toughness, down in, down out. But Fresno State is very explosive on offense, and quiet as kept, they have built a very strong and tough defense. They win this ball game at home.